Hello, this is Dr. Hassan Abdullah with the course Web Applications Programming. And we are continuing with the topic of developing an application, creating dynamic application. And the lecture is 15G. So in this lecture, we will create the admin panel. Why the admin panel? Admin means administration because that is going to give the rights to the user to drop or to remove the records, right? And also make changes in them. So of course, this is a very powerful feature, and this feature cannot be given to anybody who visits that web application. So it has to be given to people with certain privileges. And so to access that admin panel, one has to log in, and to log in, one has to register. And of course, then as per the policy of the application or the company, how the person proceeds. So those are the operational aspects. So we are looking at interested in the coding aspects. So how we're going to proceed is that convert the pagination form or the page to the admin panel form. So the approach which I have adopted is that I have been incrementally adding functionality to the pages or the form and making them more and more powerful so that there is a logical connection between where we are going. So what I'll do is that in the pagination form, I'll be adding some more functionality. So what is that functionality? Add the button X to delete the selected record. So I'll add a column, and that column will have a title of delete. And in that, for every record in that column, there will be a button with a cross on it. So if and of course, I will also add radio buttons also to every row. So you select the radio button and the corresponding cross and you click on it and the record is going to be deleted permanently from the database. And of course, if you select the radio button on say record number 1 and click X on record number 2, nothing is going to happen because they have to match. So then I will also add another column which is edit column, and it will have a button E or E written on it. So again, you make a selection of the radio button and the E corresponding value, and then you edit. So you click on it. So that is for edit. So now we have a new form also, or a new page. So that page I'll show you. So that page is going to open it, and there we are going to make the changes. And you have two options: either you can save those changes or cancel those changes. Whatever you do, it will just then going to take you back to the admin panel. So now let's look at the functionality and how it works, and then I will discuss the code with you. So we start with the pagination page, and what I will do is that I will incrementally add functionality to this page, and we will take it to the page where we can actually delete the records and we can edit the records. So let's start with it. So this is this is the pagination page, and we click on it and go to the next set of page and so on. And you may note here that there is a repetition of records. So record number serial number 13 and serial number 10, they are they are the same. So they need to be deleted. So let's see how it works. So I go back and I will it may not appear on your screen, but I will add or call a page with certain functionality. So I've called that page. Now you see there's the select column which has a radio button on it, and based upon that radio button I can select a row, and the action which right now I have with me is to delete. So that is the functionality which has been added. And if I click on this, nothing is going to happen. Why? Because the row selected is not the one for which the row need to be deleted, right? So record selected and deleted must be the same. Okay, fine. So we move on, right, to the next record, okay, or the next screen. And then maybe we would like to delete this record, this one, or maybe we delete this one. I click on it and I delete, and delete record number 10, and record serial number 10 deleted successfully, and from 10 records we are down to 9 records. Okay, now I will add more functionality. So I call the page in which there is the functionality of doing the edit also. So I call that page, right? And now we have the functionality of having the edit and the delete also. So as same before, if the radio button doesn't match, it's not going to work. So for example, if I, for example, I click on this, okay, and I want to edit, and select record does not match the edit button. So I click on this 13 and click on edit, Yeah, now I can do those things. So I can have this ID as, say, for example, 325, and the name is Tony. I make the T capital and call it, say, for example, and the music and CV set to 1, and then I do a save and say and see that now I can have the, let's look at the changes. The changes are made or not. So we have this, the change has been made, 325, this has been done. So this is how it works. Thank you very much. So in this page, most of the code is same as the pagination code, and there, of course, there are certain changes here. So I'll check and talk with those changes with you. So first of all is that we have added two columns here. One is the delete column, okay, and then is the edit column. So these are just the kind of, these are just the title of those columns. You can write anything here, right? And that is the, this is the row, right? So these are the column titles. Number one. Number two, what we have ordered here is edit is the radio button also. So this is the radio button, right? And this radio button basically tells us that which record we need to be taking the action on it. Okay. So this is the radio button, and corresponding to that radio button, so this is how it's going to show up, and this is the select. So we have select, and we have delete, and we have edit, and here is that radio button. All right. So what else do we have is that now this is the this is the appearance, right? And this over here is the content. So what happens? So for the delete, so for delete, I have a button, okay, and that delete is referring to that row number, which is referring to the, which is to the serial number over here, okay, and it has it has a red color background. You can have any other color also, and the text color is white. There is no border, and there is certain padding, right? And it is looking for an action on click, right? And this is the what it's gonna do on click. So this is what the column closes, and then is the column which is for the again the radio button, and the column is the edit column, and in that column, so this is the edit column we are referring to, this one, edit column, and this column has that button with the title of E, and which has a blue background and which is a white color. Okay, and on click it is going to do the edit record. So what will edit record do? So the edit record is here, and edit record is as per the serial number, so that there is no problem. And then we say that please select a record to edit, and of course if there is a mismatch, if there's a mismatch, if it doesn't matches, then selected record does not, so there's an error message. Okay, now how things are going to work now, if all those things work, then this is the page I was referring to the page which is created. That page is edit underscore capital E dot php, and this page is going to be called, and these are the those pagination links, right? And these are the certain primary and secondary, and these are basically the button types of bootstrap. Okay, so when all these things work out, then this edit underscore e dot php form is called. So let's look at this form. So since we are going to perform the edit, so need to have database connectivity. So in the folder db, there is a dbconfig.php file which has the host name, username, and password, and db name. I would highly recommend that you follow this approach, and then you make the connection. And if there's an error message, and if I'm sorry, if there is a doesn't work out, there's an error message, and we are the record which is we are looking for is using the uh, global variable get. So that is going to appear on the screen also in the url, and then of course uh, this is for the fetch serial number. Now to handle the form, we work with the post, and what is this, these are the values which are being passed from the previous page. So what we are getting from the previous page is the student ID, faculty name, first name, last name, major, and so on, and values of 1 or 0, and of course the description also. So we get those things, right? And we basically here uh, going to update the page. Okay, update the student table, and these are the values which are going to be set, right? And of course, the values can be more also, but we are only going for these values. And we show that if the statement gets executed, the record updated successfully. Otherwise, using red color to show that it failed, else echo this. So before we basically perform this operation, we need to fetch the record. And how do we fetch the record? Through the select command. And the select command, we need the serial number. The serial number is the one which was passed through the get. Okay. So we go for it. We get the records, and of course the record, if it was wrong, the record was not found, which is not going to happen. And this all of this is the PHP part, and then is the appearance on the screen. So this is how it's going to appear on the screen. So we have this student ID and the first name, last name, and so on. And uh, then of course this is the name of the page which is going to be accessed when we want to save. And even if we cancel, okay, then the same page is going to be called. So if you type this page somewhere, nothing is going to work out because the this is with reference to the current location. So this is how it works, and thank you for your time and patience.